The Life and Wisdom of Confucius, a journey of reflection and inspiration. Have you ever wondered what it means to live with purpose and leave a legacy of wisdom? It's a question that transcends time and touches the deepest fibers of humanity. Throughout history, great souls have illuminated the path to these answers, and among them is Confucius, a man whose name resonates with the power of spiritual teaching and the pursuit of harmony. Today we present, Who was Confucius? A journey of reflection and inspiration. In this video, we'll not only explore the life of the wise Confucius, but also discover how his story and legacy can inspire us to live with greater compassion, purpose, and authenticity. Today, we invite you to immerse yourself in his world, travel back in time, and connect your current life with the teachings of a man who, despite living more than 2,500 years ago, continues to guide us with his words. Our story begins in the state of Lu, in what we know today as China, around 551 BC. Confucius, whose original name was Confucius or Master Kong, was born into a poor family. His father died when he was very young, leaving him in the care of his mother, Yan Zhengzai, who worked tirelessly despite adversity to educate him and instill in him a love of knowledge. From a young age, Confucius stood out for his curiosity and desire to learn. In a world filled with inequality and deprivation, he dreamed of something greater, a place where people could live in harmony and where respect and virtue were fundamental values. Although he lacked material wealth, he possessed spiritual wealth in the form of resilience and an unwavering desire to excel. It reminds us that no matter how humble our initial circumstances, what defines us is the power of our will to transcend them. From a young age, Confucius made learning his life's mission. He sought not only to accumulate information, but to acquire the wisdom that would allow him to understand human nature and guide others to a more fulfilling life. Although he faced rejection from the elitist society of his time due to his humble origins, he never gave up. He worked in various trades while continuing his studies, always guided by his passion for discovering the truth and teaching others. Here he began his journey as a spiritual seeker, planting the seeds for what would later become his deepest teachings. This period shows us that true learning comes not only from books or teachers, but from our willingness to face life with humility and curiosity. Over time, Confucius developed a deeply spiritual and practical philosophy that can guide us even today. His teachings focused on 5 key virtues. Ren, humanity. To love others and treat everyone with compassion. Yi, justice. Acting with rectitude and doing what is right, even when it is difficult. Li, etiquette. Following rituals and traditions that foster respect and harmony. Zhi, wisdom. Seeking knowledge and using it for the common good. Sin, integrity. Be honest and trustworthy in all actions. Of course, we can't forget his golden rule, which remains a universal moral guide: do not do to others what you wouldn't want done to you. In this simple phrase lies the essence of empathy and social harmony. Confucius believed that these virtues could transform not only individuals, but also societies. These teachings invite us to align our actions with values such as kindness and respect, not only for others, but also for life itself. Life was not easy for Confucius. Although he held positions as a political advisor, his idealism and reform proposals faced considerable resistance. In a world dominated by corruption, his pursuit of justice and harmony was not always welcomed. Eventually, he left his political position and embarked on extensive travels through various Chinese states, sharing his philosophy for little recognition during his lifetime. However, what might have been a defeat for others, he transformed into an opportunity. These years of constant movement allowed him to expand his network of disciples and sow the seeds of ideas that would later change the course of Chinese culture. His life reminds us that obstacles aren't the end of the road, they're part of the growth process and a test of our dedication to our values. Confucius never wrote down his teachings, but his disciples recorded them in the Analects, a text that has survived generations and remains a spiritual and philosophical treasure throughout the world. Its influence, ranging from personal ethics to the philosophy of government, became the foundation of Confucianism, a tradition that has inspired millions over the centuries. What's most interesting is that, despite being recognized as a philosopher, his legacy has a profound spiritual connection. He firmly believed in the power of personal development as a sacred act, where every small action should contribute to the balance between mind, soul, and environment. This legacy reminds us that every act of kindness, no matter how small or insignificant, has the power to transform lives and transcend time. Now, what can Confucius, a man who lived more than 2,500 years ago, offer us in the context of the hustle and bustle and uncertainties of modern life? The answer lies in his timelessness. Reflect on your relationships. Confucius invites us to value empathy and harmony in our human connections as the foundation of a more just and loving society. How can you cultivate healthier and more meaningful relationships? Strive for continuous development. Like Confucius, commit to learning and growing spiritually every day, not to achieve perfection, but to enrich your purpose. Create your own harmony. In a world that often seeks to divide us, its philosophy reminds us that peace begins within us. What steps can you take today to build balance in your life? Confucius' teachings are not rigid rules, but rather a guide to discovering who we are and how to live more aligned with our inner truth. As we reflect on his life and legacy, one lesson shines through: it's not external wealth, fame, or recognition that defines our purpose. It's the character we cultivate, the kindness with which we treat others, and the harmony we foster within ourselves that will determine our impact on the world. Confucius didn't have a perfect or conflict-free life, but his example shows us that wisdom isn't found in avoiding difficulties, but in embracing them as part of our spiritual journey. Today, more than ever, his message resonates. What matters is not where we start, but how we choose to walk our path. Before closing, I invite you to silently contemplate: are you living according to the values you want to leave as your mark on the world? In closing, let us remember that Confucius's life is more than a story from the past. It is a living reminder that our everyday actions can be seeds of change, not only for ourselves, but also for the world. As he once said, the superior man always thinks of virtue, the common man, of ease. If this reflection resonated with you, please take a moment to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment about your greatest learning from Confucius's life, and share this message with other spiritual seekers. Thank you for joining us on this journey of wisdom, and may inspiration and light never fail to guide you. Transform your life today. Discover a journey of self-improvement, spiritual growth, and motivation.